When can I retire? That's a question on everyone's mind, but especially those who are closing in on that milestone. So how do you know when you can hang it up, or when you do, if that retirement is going to be a good one? Joining us to discuss this is Gary Mattson and Laurel Stewart, the father-daughter team at Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on the popular radio show, Money Mentors. And so Gary, Laurel, you guys must hear that question, when can I retire, every single day.
It's my favorite question. It's my favorite question for them to ask.
And especially now, the world is changing a lot, and I think a lot of people are ready to do what they want to do.
Absolutely. Think about people who've been in the workforce, you know, for 30 years. What did those 30 years look like way back when? And also just navigating the space now with 401k options and things, it's a lot to handle.
Yes.
A lot of times it's something that happens. So we just talk about a client that told me she went to her boss and said that my financial advisor said I could retire, so if I have 2 bad days in a row, I'm done. And he says, well, if you have 1 bad day, take the next day off.
I
so
love
we
that.
use that a few times, that people come in and say, Gary, I've had 2 bad days, I'm done.
Yeah. That's interesting. It is a big question. How does someone really know? Is there a way that you can determine, yes, I can do this if I want?
Yes, and our favorite part about it is we start with the conversation, right? Dial into what is it you want to do, or if you're already retired, what tweaks can be made. But then we put a full report together. And I think that really gives that clarity, is to look at it and say, okay, I start today. Let's say I'm pre-Social Security age. This is what that income will look like. And then we're going to layer in Social Security at 66 and 4 months, because that's my full retirement age. And then that's what that looks like. So we really go through all those details to make sure the client sees it. It's not just a conversation of, yeah, we'll just take $5,000 a month from this account. We've got the proof in the pudding, we do the math.
Yeah.
And within that enhanced plan, it's really nice because we look at probability success. And if we're not over 95% probability, we might tell them, yeah, you got to work for a couple more years, or this is going to happen. But most of the time, we're in that 95% or greater probability success. That means that we have a 95% chance or better that you're never going to run out of money in retirement. Now, once you have that, that's a very comforting, stress-free type of retirement. That's exactly what we're after. But more times than not, we're looking at that once they have that all fulfilled, is now looking beyond them, saying, you're really going to have this much money to pass on when you leave this earth. How do you want to handle that too?
Sure.
So we handle that for you now, and making sure it's passed on to whom you want, when you want, and how you want.
So once you have that plan ready, you're good to go?
Well, there's tweaks along the way, definitely, because life
because the world changes. Yes, situations
so
change.
We put this plan together. We know it needs to be flexible, and we talk about tax plans a lot on these segments because taxes change every year. So once we get together and we say, hey, we're good for 2022, 2023 is going to come up, and they're probably going to throw something else at us, and so let's look at what do we need to do to change the plan. So every year as we get together, we'll tweak things, and also who's to say in 5 to 10 years that your goals might change, you know? So there's some new strategies.
And healthcare, and a lot of different things can change. There's really not a single-step solution to this.
No.
Well, I think there is one step, and that is getting a financial advisor advice, making sure that they're meeting all the needs, what comes on. And that's what we give you. That comprehensive report is so important because it's going to answer every one of those questions about Social Security, pensions, Medicare, taxes. What investments should I have when we have inflation? What investments should I have in the future? Where should I be putting my money now for the things I want to do tomorrow? These are all questions that we handle for our clients every single day. And when they come in, they're stressed about something in the family, and we talk about it, we solve that. They always say the same thing. I'm so glad we came in and asked the question, because now we got the answer, and we feel confident about that. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, so it's figuring out if you can retire and if your retirement is going to be secure and successful.
Exactly.
Yeah, having that information. Okay, sounds good. Kind of easy enough. I know it's a lot more than that.
It's about the math. We love that part.
Yes. And so for our viewers, how do you get them to that point where they start feeling good about that, where there's no fear, or they know maybe I've got to work a couple more years before I decide to do this?
It's all about asking the questions, and we're very, very open. We don't want anybody to feel like, I don't think I'm in a good enough spot to call today. That's why we're having this offer. And so that's for the first 5 callers if they've saved $500,000 or more for retirement. So things like in your 401k or your savings, stocks, like that. and you'll give us a call. We'll schedule a time for you to meet with one of our advisors, complimentary, start that conversation, and make sure we get you that enhanced plan.
Sounds good. So for you at home, if you want to see if you're able to retire or how to make your retirement more successful, take advantage of that special offer today from Mattson Financial. Gary, Laurel, and the rest of the team will sit down with you personally to customize a retirement plan that's just for you. This is a comprehensive, enhanced plan that includes a look at your investments, your income sources, taxes, and so much more to help you get to and through the retirement you deserve. So reserve one of those spots now. Call 616-514-3831. Again, that's 616-514-3831. And so Gary, Laurel, thanks so much for stopping by. This is really good information.
Thank you for having us.
Rachel, you always make it easy for us.
This segment is sponsored by Mattson Financial Services. We'll be right back with more 8 West.
This is 8 West.